Once upon a time, in a small town by the sea, there lived a man named Marcus. Marcus was known for his calm nature, even in the most difficult situations. People often came to him for advice when they faced problems in their lives. One evening, his neighbor, a young man named Leo, knocked on his door. Leo looked upset, his face red with anger. He had just had a loud argument with his brother, and now he didn't know what to do. He asked Marcus, "How do you stay so calm when others shout at you? How can I be like you?" Marcus invited Leo inside and poured him a cup of tea. He sat quietly for a moment, then began to tell Leo a story from his own past. "Many years ago," Marcus said, "I worked in a busy marketplace. Every day people would argue over prices, complain about the weather, or blame each other for small mistakes. At first I would shout back. I thought that if I didn't defend myself, others would think I was weak. But one day an old merchant taught me something important." Leo leaned forward, eager to hear more. "The old merchant never raised his voice," Marcus continued. "No matter how angry the customer was, he would listen quietly, nod, and then respond in a steady tone. One afternoon, a furious man stormed up to his stall, shouting that the fruit he had bought was rotten. The merchant didn't argue. Instead, he picked up another piece of fruit, handed it to the man, and said, "You are right. Sometimes the fruit is not good. Let me give you a better one." The man was so surprised that he stopped yelling. Leo frowned. "But what if someone is unfair to you? Shouldn't you stand up for yourself?" Marcus nodded. "Of course, but standing up for yourself does not mean shouting louder. Stoicism teaches us that we control our actions, not the actions of others. When someone speaks angrily, you have a choice. You can react with anger, or you can choose to stay calm. The second choice is harder, but it is strong." He took a sip of tea. "Imagine you are a rock in the middle of a river. The water rushes around you, but you do not move. The water is the words of others, sometimes gentle, sometimes harsh. But the rock remains steady. You can be like that rock." Leo thought about this. "But how? When my brother yells at me, my heart races. I feel the anger rising. How do I stop it?" Marcus smiled. "First, breathe. When you feel anger coming, take a slow breath in, then out. This simple act gives you time to think before you speak. Next, remind yourself, this person is upset because of their own thoughts, not because of you. Their anger is their..." He continued, "Another tool is to ask yourself, what is true in what they are saying? Even in anger, people sometimes speak truths. If there is something useful in their words, take it. If not, let the rest go like leaves in the wind." Leo sighed. "It sounds easy when you say it, but in the moment it's hard." Marcus nodded. "It is hard. That is why it takes practice. Every difficult conversation is a chance to train your mind. Think of it like lifting weights for your patience. The more you do it, the stronger you become." He told Leo about a time when he had failed. "Once, a man insulted me in front of others. I was so hurt that I shouted back. Later, I regretted it. My anger did not change his mind. It only made me feel worse. That day, I promised myself to do better next time." Leo looked down at his hands. "So it's okay if I don't get it right every time?" "Of course," Marcus said. "No one is perfect. The goal is not to never feel anger, but to choose how you act on it. Even if you lose your temper, you can learn from it. Apologize if needed, then try again." They sat in silence for a while, listening to the sound of the waves outside. Finally, Leo spoke. "I think I understand now. Next time my brother shouts, I will try to be the rock, not the river." Marcus nodded. "And remember, difficult conversations do not last forever. Words fade, but your character remains. If you stay calm, you will not only feel better, you will earn respect even from those who disagree with you. Leo thanked Marcus and left, his steps lighter than before. That night, when his brother shouted at him again, Leo took a deep breath. He remembered the rock in the river. He listened, stayed calm, and answered without anger. To his surprise, his brother's shouts grew quieter, and soon they were talking, not fighting. From that day on, Leo practiced Stoicism in every hard conversation. Some days were easier than others, but with each try he grew stronger. And so can you? The next time you face a difficult talk, remember Marcus's words. Breathe. Listen. Choose your response. Do not let anger choose for you. Be the rock, not the river. This is the way of the Stoic. And like Leo, with time and practice, you too will find your inner strength.